What is up, you guys? It's y'all favorite tarot reader, and I am back. Except for I'm not back with another read. I'm back to talk my shit, honey. Okay, let's just ignore the fact that I look crazy as hell. Okay, my baby had a nosebleed. Okay, besides the point. Anyway, today's topic will be releasing these niggas. Like feeling the need to release these niggas because I kind of feel like where I am in this journey, I hate this. Where I am in this journey, I feel like I'm in a position where I'm learning that I teach people exactly how to treat me. And on this twin flame journey, I realized that I have been treating who I believe to be my twin flame like my husband, not like my husband, but I treat him like my boyfriend, even though he hasn't solidified the fact that he wants to be with me, or he hasn't asked me for a commitment or anything like that. Yet and still, I give him my love, I give him my guidance, I give him uplifting words, I give him care. And it's weird because when you have a friendship, it's very hard to differentiate, like, am I just being a good friend, or am I really offering him something a little bit more than friendship? Now, when we first met, we were just best friends, whatever the case may be. We end up having sex. It just is what it is. We're adults. We both needed to release something. I forgave myself for that. But now I'm in a position where I'm ready for him to commit to me. Like, I'm ready for him to love on me. I've gotten confirmation who he is from God. And it's kind of just like, I'm ready. But at the same time, I feel like I'm getting in a position where I'm impatient before it's my time. Now, for one thing I do want to say is that when you're loving on somebody, if somebody is not ready to love you, there is nothing that you can do about that. You can't force somebody to do that. You cannot control the situation. You can't ignore them and make them love you. Like, there is absolutely nothing you can do to make a person love you if it's not time for them to love you yet. Now, let me get out of here because I'm here with my baby. But now, I'm in a position where I'm realizing that, bitch, first of all, the ball is in my motherfucking court. Like, okay, the ball is in my fucking court. So the way that I feel is that if you're constantly giving a nigga all your love, all your attention, all of your womanness, all of that good shit down there, it's kind of like, why I gotta make you my wifey? Like, why I gotta make you my girlfriend? Why do I have to go the extra mile of possibly us ending from a relationship when I can just keep you as a friend and keep what we doing and still get all the perks of having a girlfriend without having the stress of it? Nigga, that's what we not finna do. So, ladies, day 6, I feel like we need to release these men. Like, we need to make time for ourselves. We need to let them know that, nigga, you're not gonna have your cake and eat it too. If you desire other women, if you want other women, maybe just deal with them for right now, and then once you realize that the connection is not the same, then you come back to me. But for right now, I feel like I'm deciding to release myself. I'm releasing myself from being worried about if he want other women or if he's talking to other women, because honestly, that don't got nothing to do with me, honey, period. Like, all that I can do in this lifetime is pay attention to me and what I have going on and what I need to focus on. And right now, I feel like when we do get into relationships, I feel like we want to spend all of our time with our significant other or with the person who we crave, but that is very, very codependent behavior. Like, we have to learn that there are times where we can spend time by ourselves and focus on our journey, the stuff that we have to do, like the extracurriculars that we like to do, our hobbies, the things that make our heart smile, like certain things that I feel like we used to make time for. When you get in a relationship or when you start to really like somebody and you start to crave them, it's kind of like you put your own stuff on the back burner to pay attention to them. But if that person is not reciprocating, if that person is not doing the exact same amount of work as you, then becomes the time to transition into, well, let me take my energy back. Because obviously, if I'm giving you all this energy without the pressure of making me your wife, making me your girlfriend, making me some type of stable commitment, then it turns into, nigga, we just kicking it. Like, we just having fun. So why am I giving up such a sacred piece of me if you only want to kick it? Now, I personally feel like men are not stupid. Men know very well within the first month if they want to get into a relationship with a woman. Now, a man can drag his motherfucking feet and he won't light a fire under his ass if the woman is not making him. Like if the woman is just giving in and always being loving and offering compassion and offering, you know, like a shoulder to cry on and a ear to fucking vent to. Like if you're constantly offering that and you're not requiring a commitment, he's not gonna feel like he needs to offer a commitment. And it's kind of just like, we are women. Like I personally feel like we hold a lot of power that we tend to give away to these men because we feel vulnerable, because we feel smaller. We are not small. One thing that I want y'all to take from like the animal kingdom is that the women in the packs are the ones who keep the men okay, because in the animal kingdom, men fight for their territory. Men fight to be the alpha. And women kind of take care of the babies and keep everything calm. It's kind of like if a woman motherfucking make her voice known, the niggas gonna look and be like, Queen B said, shut up. All right, nigga, I guess. Throw in the towel. Fuck it. Women have so much power, but I feel like what we like to do is we like our men to feel like men, so we tend to give them over the power that we already know that we possess. We give them the power by giving them all of our attention, all of our love, all of our care. And it's kind of like, because we are naturally nurturers, we naturally want to give them our breasts to suck on. Like we want to give them that nurture, that food, that guidance, just like Eve did with Adam. Like she gave him that apple. She said, look, like one of us can eat this, but I'm gonna get this to my nigga. Like whether it was something good that happened or bad that happened, she still chose to give her nigga that apple over herself, and that's period. And that's how women are. That's how we are. That's the kind of creatures that we are. We always strive to help others before helping ourselves. But coming into a position where you really love yourself, when you struggle through some shit and you really get through that shit, it gives you enlightenment on how strong you truly are, on how much you can really get through in your life. And once you start to see how strong you are, I feel like you start to appreciate yourself more. You start to see that, I don't deserve a nigga to just be fucking on me. I'm a strong ass woman. I've been a down ass woman to all these niggas. I deserve a nigga to love me in a way that I love them. And once you start to have that self-respect for yourself and that self-love, I feel like you won't let a man manipulate you into thinking that, oh, well, you just rushing things, like, calm down, I don't have to commit to you. Because if a nigga really wants you to only be his, a nigga will commit to you. If a nigga wants his woman to not be flirting with other men and to not be on the market, if a nigga really loves you and values who you are as a person, as a woman, he will commit to you. Period. You don't have to force him to. You don't got to bring it up every day. And me, I feel like with my twin flame, I was constantly telling him, like, I love him. I want to be with you. You are my husband. Like, I was kind of trying to get him to understand that manifestation is real, and that, you know, 808, thank you for sending messages, that this is something that we could have together. But at the end of the day, I felt like I couldn't force him to see that I was the one for him. Like, only God can reveal that to a person. You know, like, I can't force him to be like, damn, I really want to be with Caprice. I feel like no matter how deep our connection is, if he's scared of it, if he feels that he's not worthy of this connection, if he feels like he's not worthy enough to keep me to himself, or if he feels like shit, he's not worthy enough to have this kind of great love in this lifetime, then that's something that he can accept, and that's something that he won't go for. You can only go for something you feel like you deserve, because when you feel like you deserve it, you're going to appreciate that shit. You're going to nurture that shit. You're going to take care of that. So for a man, sometimes a strong woman is very intimidating to them. Sometimes it's like, damn, well, maybe I don't have enough to take care of you. Maybe I don't have enough self-confidence to know in my heart that another man can't snatch you up. Maybe I don't have the confidence enough in myself to know that I can be enough for you. Okay, but I send my husband love, and like every single day I pray for him. I tell him that I love him. I tell him that I still want to be with him in the dream state. We make love in the dream state. However, in the physical world, it's very important that us as women, we take our power back. Because if we don't put our foot down, if we don't stand on these niggas' necks, these niggas will run completely all over us. And it's the truth. 33, thank you, Cinemasters. These niggas will run all over us. And I'm in a position where it's kind of like my nigga is like choosing. Like, he feeling himself, he's choosing between different women, but I also feel like God has already revealed, you know, who I am to him. I feel like he knew who I was before I knew who he was. I feel like God had already gave him that confirmation to start getting his shit together for me. God had already gave him visions of who I was before he had even came into contact with me. That's how this spiritual journey works. When God is ready to connect you with your soulmate, God will send you messages, God will show you things, but sometimes when God shows you certain things, because it's not into fruition yet, sometimes we get scared. Sometimes we be down on ourselves, and we tend to ask ourselves, am I really prepared for this? Can I really handle this? Is this really something that I want? Just like shit, when I first got pregnant, I told myself up and down, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with the kid. Like, that's just because I hadn't seen it yet. It was just something that 33, thank you, Ascended Masters. It was something that I saw on a positive pregnancy test. God has sent that notion to me that I was pregnant, but I couldn't register the fact how awesome it would be, how amazing it would be, because I allowed fear of the unknown to kind of like take from the experience of enjoying being pregnant. Instead, I spent my pregnancy nervous and scared. Am I going to be a good mom? Is this going to work out? Like, you know, but when we have those fears, I feel like we tend to either miss out on great opportunities, or we tend to ignore the blessings that have been presented right in front of us. So, more of the story of number day 6. Love on yourself enough to know when to energetically take a step back from your significant other. I'm starting to realize what celibacy and waiting for marriage is now, because I feel like when God ordains a significant other for you, or a twin flame for you, and I definitely feel like this man is my twin flame. I know that this man is my husband. I've seen it, whether I've seen it for other men or not. I feel like what happens is God will send you carbon copies of your twin flame, so that you can learn how to deal with them, so that you can start to heal certain things, so that when you do come into contact with the real deal twin flame, you will absolutely, without a doubt, know that it's a different connection. And because I know, I feel like I can pull my energy back without thinking that I'll lose him. Because number 12, thank you, Ascended Masters, break down to number 3. I can never lose him. We are energetically connected. Our souls are already married to each other within the spiritual realm. We already have a daughter together within the spiritual realm. So it's kind of like I release the fear of thinking that he will choose somebody else over me, thinking that he will want a karmic over me, thinking that other women would ever come before me in his mind and in his heart space, because I know that's not true. God already told me that wasn't true. So what happens is, when we have fear, we let fear control us. So when we are fearful that our nigga wants another bitch, we tend to hold on tighter. And that's what I was doing to my twin. I wanted him at my house every single night. I wanted him to move in right away. I wanted him to be a father to my daughter. I literally wanted to hold on to him so tightly, because I was fearful that he would leave me, that I caused him to want to be pushed away. I caused him to feel a little bit suffocated, like this was too much, because I forced it onto him, when he has to know in his heart by himself alone that this is something that he wants. So I don't know, I just wanted to ramble. I just wanted to talk to y'all. I hope y'all kind of understood where I was coming from, because when I do these videos, I just allow spirit to channel through me. I just talk whatever the fuck comes out. Pretty much, moral of the story, back your ass up away from your man, whether you love him or whatever. Send him light and love. Send him power. Send him light. Send him courage. Send him empowerment. Tell him every night in your dreams that he got this, and he will be healed, and he will be healed enough to come to you. Period. He will be able to speak his truth to you. You know, all the truths are coming out, but they have to go through their own process. They have to heal their own ego, and know that they are worthy enough for us, because we are sacred. And once a man loves you enough to know that he's willing to deal with God for you, meaning, like, I can't really explain it, but when a man loves you, he'll only commit to you when he's ready and willing to deal with God for you. God knows who we are. God knows how protected we as divine feminine are. Not all women are divine feminine, but to us earth angels, we are so protected that it's like men fear us, because they know if they fuck us over, they will have to deal with God. So I do feel like if you are on a twin flame journey and you're in separation, that's kind of what they're dealing with. They're dealing with God right now. God is kind of forcing them to us. Our healing process is ending now. I feel like as divine feminines, we're coming into a position of self-love, and now we're just waiting on our men. Continue to wait. Continue to stay strong. Don't fuck these niggas. Pull your energy back. Make these niggas mind wonder. and just do you. Love on you and allow them to love on themselves enough to know that they deserve you, okay? I hope this video was enjoyable. If you guys would like to book a personal reading with me, my info will be in the description box below. Share this video to your friends. Add me on Facebook at Caprica Tarot. I do free readings every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, y'all. I'm out of here.